Hello dear viewer, and welcome back to Warbits on iOS with me, Jalanon. Figured we'd take at least one last look at this. I didn't really get to finish the series, didn't see too much support for it. Let me know if you want that to change. Right now I am in the map settings for Versus Mode Online. So I figured we'd take a look at that. I've currently got fog off, you can turn it on. We can turn off powers, turn on powers. We'll keep all that on for now. We'll see. Let's try a small map like Coin Flip or Droid Garden. 11 by 11. 9 by 5 knife fight. Yeah, let's try that. Okay. So yes. Now what? Me and invite player. So we can invite a player. Okay. Can I just invite anyone? Player determined automatically if I click play now. Okay. There we go. I wonder if it's a bot or not. Alright, so we're in a knife fight. Let's take a ranger. Then we'll end our turn. My hope is that the range will matter before other stuff. And if I remember correctly, reactors can give us energy for our powers. Okay. We've got cities ahead and below us. Or above and below, I should say. And then, of course, we do want to take this city from a foe. And we want to protect this one. So yeah. I'm thinking we'll move our ranger just towards the mountains. Maybe. Protect some stuff with it. Let's see what happens. So yeah. Looks like our opponent is thinking. Thinking thoughts. That's one more reason why I thought maybe a smaller map just to see how well this worked would be a good idea. So far so good. But yeah. So Warbits. Strategy game. It's pretty good. If you like Advance Wars, Wargroove, things like that, this will be right up your alley. You have a campaign mode, which is pretty robust. There may be a few curse words in there. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they were few and far between. There was some rude humor. But overall, I think it lives up to its age rating. Highly recommend it if you enjoy strategy. I did end my turn, right? Yes, I did. Oops. So, versus auto match player, their turn 1 minute ago. Oh, that's interesting. So you can kind of just see how long that takes. And most likely it's more of a email type game. Where, you know, if you're not playing somebody immediately, then you can wait till they take their turn. So alright, that's good to know about the versus mode. We hadn't done that before. And yes, the iCloud sync does work. I did test that on my other device. It did save my campaign data to another device. Let's try challenge mode since we didn't do that during the other videos. Let's see, a skirmish, a puzzle. Let's try a puzzle. Why not? Puzzle number 1. I am not the best at puzzles. Our Red Bear Republic. There we go. Alright, so what are we trying to do here? Just win? So they've got anti-air. We've got dropships. Why do those matter? I guess we're not supposed to lose anybody? Okay. So these are rockets. Right? So anti-air and rockets. The ballistas. So if I move here, and here, I probably did something wrong already. Keep you from moving? You can try that. I mean, that's going to have a clear shot, but... yeah. Yeah, I think we lose. It's mainly the ballistas we have to worry about. You want to decrease the damage. The more damage you deal to a unit, the less damage it can deal to you. Because it'll be weaker. Okay. I should have checked the range. When you hover over a unit, you can see where it can actually fire with these little symbols right here. And our rangers can't attack near themselves. So we'll see what happens here. Okay, and they got some power points for defeating some of our units, but it doesn't look like in puzzle mode the powers matter. So that's interesting to note. Let's keep decreasing that. While we're on cities, we can get ammunition back and health. So that'll be useful. Of course, the terrain matters. As you can see in the bottom right corner, forest has 2 defensive tiles, kind of additional bonuses. Cities 2, mountains usually have 3, roads have 0. And some things will actually negatively affect your defense, like mud. So I think we end up down here. Okay, they combined. That was smart. Let's move you. Well, we kind of need to keep the damage up, or else we're just not going to do well. Okay, so they can't combine any further. This guy's almost out of ammo, this guy's almost out of ammo. I'll have to move this guy out of that city. She should be able to survive. Okay, so you go ahead and move. You deal the damage. Okay, we'll take out that guy. Excellent. So he'll be almost back to full fighting strength next turn, I think. Usually they can heal 2 per turn on a city. It does take money to do that. Alright. Since we're not playing campaign, we're not paying as much attention to money. Cities generate money each turn. Okay. So now, we just have to place our characters well, so that we can attack these guys. Let's try doing that. Okay. Looks like they're kind of happy to accept their fate. Maybe. Take out that guy. He'll probably combine with the other one. Let's see. And this first puzzle was nice enough to us that, yeah. We seem to be able to finish it even after not realizing what we could do at the beginning. Okay. And yeah, that damage range is kind of an estimate of how much damage you can deal out of 10 health to something. Units do have different strengths and weaknesses. As we saw earlier, the anti-air absolutely destroyed our dropships, which are just troop carriers. Okay, you scooch over here. You scooch right here. And I think we'll have good coverage. Plus, it looks like this thing has just given up the ghost. So, we should be able to win here. Yeah, and you can see this is our movement range. And then if we hold, we have other options to see. We can see our current range, back to movement, or the description. So we can move 3. If Fog of War was on, we could only see 3 vision tiles ahead and around. Unless we moved on top of like a mountain, which gave us better coverage. Oh yeah. And it does tell us our attack power versus infantry. It's okay. Mechanical, pretty bad. And air, not good either. Okay. which is why it's taking us so long to pepper this thing with our little rifles. Okay. It is a mechanical unit, and we are infantry, technically. So infantry can capture buildings. They're usually the weakest. Heavy infantry, I think, are generally able to move 2. Okay, they're victorious. Yay! Alright, so we did that puzzle, technically. We weren't super victorious, as you can see, but we had victory. Yay! So we can do other stuff. Skirmish number 1. Okay. And I bet this will act more like a campaign mode. Alright, so we've already got our units. Can we produce any more? No. In skirmish, you only have your set units. There's the mud, or the dirt, that literally decreases your defense. Oh, we can produce units if we take over the factory. Got it. And they start with less money than we do at the moment. So that's a good advantage, but they have artillery, and they're covering those areas. Okay. Let's go ahead, load up our APC with an infantry unit. We'll unload this guy over here. Okay. Would it be helpful? Okay, we've only got 55 fuel for this thing, so let's go ahead and give it some more fuel. Let's move our ballista over here. It is another long-range unit, so that'll cover the road pretty well. Alright. And yes, we can activate infantry capture 50% faster. That might be useful here. They don't have any anti-air. So our helicopter gunship should be pretty well off. And terrain effects don't affect air units. So I might as well move him where I think he'll do the most good. So their heavy mech can't reach us. Unless we do something dumb. Okay. Alright then, let's move up here. Kind of directly be able to attack pretty much anything. Their heavy mechs can only reach and attack those areas, so we should be pretty good. Ranger, he's not going to do much. Okay. Yeah, Rangers cannot move and attack in the same turn. Remove this artillery up here. And the APC unit did refill its fuel, which is nice. Light infantry. I'm going to go ahead and move you up here. They can move about 3 per turn. Yeah. Okay. Heavy infantry, go ahead down there. And then these guys can use the roads pretty effectively. Alright. So I think that's what we want to do with our turn. They're going to try to catch that. Get some money. Okay, and they've got a little probe scout. Which, those aren't very effective unless there's a fog of war effect going on. Okay, usually the AI isn't this dumb. But it did move into range of my ballista. Gonna go ahead and do that. Can't quite reach it with my heavy mech. I could reach it with my gunship. Not quite take it out. Okay, this guy can't quite do anything. With this heavy mech, though, we will go ahead and sit here to block the road. You can go up here. Yeah, none of their artillery should be able to shoot my heavy mech there. The only question is, do we attack something else and take away some of their firepower? Remind me. Yeah, you're not great against air units. You're good against mech units and infantry. Okay. Well, I do want to capture this, so we will go ahead and start working on it. We'll put you there. We'll move our artillery right here. We can move this mech, actually, in here, but then their artillery can counter us. We're going to go ahead and put this guy right here. If any infantry try to attack, they should have to at least have one guy here in the dirt. And we are a little bit protected from this artillery. Can this guy make it around? Probably not. There's so many units here. Let's go ahead and make the artillery weaker. Alright. Let's go ahead at the end of the heavy infantry's range and load up. I cannot load 2 units into here. There is a dropship that can carry 2 units. And yeah, we should be good. Alright. Yeah, he dealt quite a bit of damage to us, even with our defenses there. And their probes are trying to work on my ballista. Makes sense. And he's going to get that first shot, but because we weakened him, we're pretty well off. Okay, that could have gone a lot worse. Excellent. Our heavy mech can now do this to their artillery. Got into knife fighting range. Let's capture this. You can go over here. How much damage? 22? It's not great. Let's go ahead and take out this guy. You take out that guy. I think... What do we do here? How much damage can we do? 64 with that? I think it's probably better if we either take out this guy or work on this light mech. We don't have an airport for refueling our gunship, so that's kind of our weakest unit, technically, in terms of longevity. Let's go ahead and move our APC down. We're not going to unload our unit, because then he'd pretty much, well... Oops, looks like I made a mistake there. No, he still couldn't have reached there. Okay, this guy is going to try to go over here. Tune hit. We are going to pull this guy back to heal. This guy, we're going to deal a lot of damage to the probe. Probably not take it down outright. And then we have options. And I think our option is decrease their artillery. Okay. Their probes are annoying, but not terrible for our health. Probably. Alright. Then we gain power points as we gain stuff, like destroying their units or losing our units. Oh good, our gunship survived. Okay, yeah, and rangers cannot counterattack up front. Okay, he moved into our range. It's not something the AI usually does. Feels like it's trying to be a little bit dumb on purpose in this mode. We do not want our ranger to remain here, because we want to be able to build stuff. Like, anti-air. It's a very good... Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Oops. I was thinking, which one was it? Oh well. I built the wrong thing. Basically, I wanted the knife fighting range anti-air thingy, and I got the long range. So, whoops. Mistakes were made. Well, let's take out the heavy infantry. Alright. So... What's the best use of you? Probably taking that down a notch. You... Go ahead up here. Okay, so we took that guy down. We have some options. And our best option is staying on this mountain. Drawing fire. And probably getting this guy out of here. Yeah, we can't do much damage to the probe. Let's go ahead all the way back here. Heavy mech. Go ahead and take out the probe. We got some more fuel from our APC. I think we will go ahead and unload you. This guy can still move. We'll move over here. Alright. So we are sort of well positioned. Alright. And then we do have 20. If I wanted to, we could boost some people. We can use medic. Etc. etc. Should have thought that. Air units get to move again. We could, you know what? We're just going to use this now. Because we just want this guy to be able to get back here and repair a little bit. He's still got 65 fuel. I think he loses at least 1 fuel a turn. Oh, our heavy mech is alive. Beautiful. Okay. So we use this. And I thought we could shoot that guy. We should be able to. Oh, right, this is anti-air. The complete wrong thing. What I wanted was the gunner, which is a very good all-around unit. Oops. 24 damage. I think what we're going to do is move out. Let our light mech do some damage. Take out that guy. Have our light infantry go into knife fighting range. You go ahead and do that. And then we'll get closer to taking that out. So trying to repair their artillery. Kinda makes sense. All we have to do, though, is use our infantry capture power on this thing, and then we should be able to win in 2 turns. So, yeah. Good times. We're going to draw fire with our APC and protect our guys. A gunship is not repairing, and it lost 4 fuel. So I was wrong. Oops. It has been a while. You go ahead and move up here. You shouldn't need more health, so we'll move you already. Okay. Let's call it a turn. Yep. We move in net fighting range. Which really wasn't the best. Yeah, it feels like the AI is being purposefully dumb in this level. Kind of okay with that. Alright, you. Keep doing some damage. And as you can see, we have a lot less movement range for our light mech in the forest compared to the road. Let them move over here anyway. I don't want to draw fire on a unit in the mud. This guy would probably be okay since he's mechanical. Sure. Ballista. Go ahead over here. Try to cover our units a bit. And then we could make some more stuff. Like a probe. Just because. Okay. We'll move over here. We'll repair this guy a bit. We have money, why not? Okay, so we cannot repair our gunship, and we are sad. But life will go on. Alright then. You can't do anything. I'm just gonna move you out of the way. You do that. Okay, since we destroyed all their units on the map, we won. We could have tried to also take their headquarters. So there you go. That's Warbits in a nutshell. Once again, it's very similar to Advance Wars or Wargroove. You can capture buildings, you can heal your units, you gotta be strategic. You know, you have good stuff. You have counters to certain units and things. And overall, I think the game lives up to its rating of ages 9+. It's by Risky Labs. It's been pretty solid, even though it was made in 2016. I'd kind of expect them to stop updating over time, but it still seems to work pretty well. And we did auto-match versus a player, so we'll see how things go with that. But yeah, other than that, the game takes up about 185 megabytes or so. It's $4.99 at the moment on the App Store, and if you're a strategy buff, I'd highly recommend it. So, have a good day, dear viewer. Leave a like if you've enjoyed this. Share this video with a friend if you think that they would like Warbits and might want to see what it's about. Comment below on if you want me to continue this series, or if you're happy with ending it here, etc., etc. Have a great day.